Hi everybody, this is the Cosmic Reader, and today I'm here for a special new video. Why is it special? Well, this is happening. This is happening. This is happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's really happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's really happening. That's right. Marvel and DC are finally doing a crossover back in the comics. You know how long it's been since the last time they've done a crossover? 20 years. In the past, we've seen in the comic books, Marvel and DC sort of crossover all the time. We've seen Batman and Spider-Man comics. We've seen Superman and Spider-Man comics. We've seen the Avengers and the Justice League go head-to-head against each other. We've seen the X-Men and the Teen Titans go head against each other. Favorite mashups like Hulk versus Superman. There's been so many cool things that Marvel and DC has done, and that ended when two former editors-in-chiefs of Marvel and DC start feuding against each other. Their feud is pretty much as bad as you would see fanboys feud against each other. Both Joe Quesada and Dan DiDio really hated each other, and even Dan DiDio kind of gloated about ending these crossovers because he thought if they kept with these crossovers that DC would show weakness. Which, no offense to them, I'm sorry, but I'm glad that's all over so that we could finally have this back. Man, I never thought I would see this in my lifetime, having a new Marvel and DC crossover comic. I'm just so happy. I'm happy that I started this channel right as this news popped up. Like, man, you have no idea how long I've been waiting for this. Like I'm speechless. They haven't really said anything besides that this crossover is happening this year, so we don't know who the artists and writers are for this book, what heroes that they will team up together with, and what the story even is about. I have some ideas. Do a third attempt at Spider-Man and Batman crossing over, because those were my favorite crossovers that they did in the 90s. Who doesn't like seeing the concept of Spider-Man swinging across buildings in Gotham City? And not only that, but we've seen both the Spider-Man family and the Batman family grow over these past years. So I wouldn't mind if they not only cross over Peter and Bruce Wayne, but what if they cross over Miles Morales with Nightwing or Spider-Boy and Robin? Maybe even pair Batgirl with Spider-Woman or Spider-Gwen. Maybe play around with this story. I've seen with a lot of fan videos in YouTube playing around with the concept of a lot of Marvel heroes gaining Green Lantern rings. Or maybe, just maybe, have Marvel and DC do another attempt at crossing over Superman and the Fantastic Four, given that both of them are having a movie that are releasing around like weeks apart from each other. That'd be really smart marketing on that point. And it kind of feeds into the whole thing where fans are really wanting both the Superman and Fantastic Four movie to be sort of like the Barbenheimer of 2025. What if they bring back the concept of the Amalgam Universe? Oh, you guys need to know about the Amalgam Universe. It's a universe where they literally fused both Marvel and DC characters together, meaning we get variants like Wolverine fused with Batman, and that character becomes Darkclaw, or Doctor Strange and Dr. Fate, both magical sorcerers with a doctorate becoming Doctor Strange Fate. They even fused Storm from the X-Men and Wonder Woman together. That was a crazy thing they did back then, and I would love it if they brought that universe back. I don't know if this will ever have any effect on other stuff like the movies or video games. I know Ed Boon, the guy who's in charge of the company responsible for Mortal Kombat and the Injustice games, have expressed interest on making a Marvel DC fighter game. And I know James Gunn and Kevin Feige has expressed interest on possibly crossing over these two juggernauts of a superhero company together in one epic film at one point. But even if that never happens, it's just so great to finally see it happen in some way, in some form. And I will say this, I think Marvel and DC should wait at the very least 10 or 20 years before they introduce the concept of crossing over both universes. For one thing, Marvel's not really doing so hot right now, given that a lot of their projects are very hit or miss. And a lot of people have expressed some sort of fatigue with the multiverse concept, despite movies like Deadpool and Wolverine making $1 billion. And DC, at the time of this recording, is just starting to see if they could get back on track and gain the trust of fans with Superman. So they should really take their time and have Marvel gain the trust of their fans back. And even DC should do the same. After they've done that, and after DC will have their 10-year run, then entertain the idea on making a possible crossover between both companies. But either way, I don't care if we don't get a movie at all. I'm just happy the comics are finally working together again. There's no barrier between Marvel or DC anymore. Man, it's great. Look, it's happening. It's happening. It's really, really happening. I really hope this is a great video because, man, nothing is going to do justice to how exciting this really is and how exciting it is for the future of Marvel and DC. Fans should be really celebrating this moment. It's just so weird that this is just not being talked enough. Fans should really celebrate this moment. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna do justice with this video. I really hope I can make a good video out of this. This is just the greatest news I've ever heard, ever in my life as a superhero comic book fan. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified for when I upload my next video. Give this video a like, especially if you are a Marvel and DC fan, and share with anyone else who could be fans of superheroes. Guys, go ahead and comment. What would you want to see in a Marvel and DC crossover? And how would you want it to go? Would you want them to just start fighting each other or instantly team up? What superhero company do you like more? Are you more of a fan of Marvel or DC? And what universe would have a better winning track record when it comes to fights against each other? Let me know. Let's have a discussion about this, because this is just amazing news. Anyways, this has been the Cosmic Reader, and I'll see you in the cosmos.